Ever since we built this house about 3.5 years ago, I've always questioned the way they did the vinyl siding around the windows. To me, it looks like it would be a leak, but they told me that was the way it was done everywhere. So you have the siding here going down into a track that's built into the window. Water, in my mind, water is going to run in here. It's going to travel down that track, and then when it gets to the bottom down here, there's nowhere for it to go except behind the siding. Here's another set of windows where I've already pulled away the siding. When they install these windows, they put this sticky stuff, adhesive stuff, around all the windows. And I don't know if they're thinking that's going to keep it from rotting or what, but in this case, when they installed the siding, they tore that material up between these two windows here, and even some on this window here. So again, water runs in the top of the window, runs down the side in that crack, but there's nothing to bring it back out on top of the siding. So I suspect these windows are leaking down behind the siding. Here's another example of where I think it could be leaking into behind the siding. There's nothing to bring the water back out on top of the siding. It's just going to run down behind the siding. Same thing there, same thing there, over there. So in my opinion, if you've got siding on your house, you probably, most likely, have water running in behind your siding and slowly rotting your wall away. So I'm going to figure out some sort of flashing I can put around these windows that will run the water back out on top of the siding. Here's another place where I can tell that the wood is swelling. I think it's definitely getting wet. Nails are even rusting up under here. So I know the water is running down into behind the siding here, and even getting behind this material here. I'm not sure how waterproof this material really is anyway, particularly when it's got a bunch of holes in it. On these windows, I think I'm going to put a single flashing all the way across all three of them, and then a flashing down the side that will come back out on top of the siding down below. And then I'm going to try to create an aluminum filler that will go between those windows so it'd be a solid white piece. Okay, it's been a couple of days. I've had some other things going on, but I finally figured that my best way to repair this is to rip off all the siding above and around these windows. So that's what I'm going to do this morning while it's still cool. It's only February 28th here in Alabama. It's going to be 85 degrees today, so I'm hitting this early in the morning. One thing I'm doing is marking where the top of these pieces are, where I know where I need to be when I come back to this. I'm trying to actually pull the staples so I ain't got to go back and beat them down or pull them out. I'm also going to write on here, I'm going to number the pieces so I know where they go back. I'm using some things, I think they call them nippers, to reach in and grab these staples with. And they don't drive them all the way down so that this siding can flex and move. So they're pretty easy to get a hold of. I actually bought a couple of boxes extra of this siding in case something got damaged. So I have some good siding to put back if I break something. I questioned the siding guys. They said, oh, that's fine, man. There's holes in the bottom edges of this siding, but I don't think the water should be getting behind the siding to begin with. Okay, that's got everything off. Now I gotta do the flashing around all this stuff. It's taken me a few minutes to come up with a game plan on exactly how to do this. I think I have it figured out. I'll have to show you as I go. First of all, I'm gonna put this piece of J channel down this side. It will not go behind the window that's here, so it's gonna be a new J channel. So that means I gotta cut all this siding off to where it'll fit inside this channel. Down here at the bottom, it's gonna come out on top of the last little piece of siding that goes under it so the water can run out onto the siding. I'll show you what I'm gonna do at the top here in a little bit. First I gotta cut these off. Now I think I can get my J channel behind there. Here's the J channel. I'll caulk that little seam. I think it'll be beautiful. All right, this was the piece that was here. I'm gonna have to cut it off because it don't go in the window channel anymore. It's gonna go into this J. No more than I've got to cut. I'm gonna try to do all this with some tin snips. All right, let's see if we can get this back in here now. Oh yeah, it's a whole lot better than this was. Glad I got marks because I can see myself gaining height really quick here. First I'm going to cut off these bumps that'll hold the J channel off because they stick out there. This one's 3/16 of an inch or more. Okay, this is one of the corners. You can see where the metal folds down into there. I'm going to caulk that seam there and caulk all this up to where no water can get anywhere except down this J channel. And then down at the bottom I'll bring it out over the last piece of siding down there. But that's the way it looks from up here. Okay, it's another day out here. I'm gonna try to get the flashing around all these windows today. It's supposed to rain, so I'm gonna try to beat that. 96 7/8. Might have been a little bit short. That's much better. All right, this is the caulking I'm using. It's supposed to be caulk and seal your windows, doors, and siding. Says it won't crack, just stretches. So we're gonna see how this works. What I'm gonna do is put it around this corner here to make sure that any water runs off gets into the side J channel. Here's the J channel for the long windows. You can see how it comes out on top of the siding. So I got all the water channeled into that J siding from the top, and what gets into it has to run out down here on top of the siding. 59.5 plus the length that it needs to be for the J channel. So this is the way it's doing. Hopefully you can see that. You'll be able to see it when I get to the other side. It's going to go like this. The other piece of siding comes up under it right there, so I'm only going to put this in at the top for now. All right, this tab will bend over like that. It goes in the J channel like that. All I'm really doing here is channeling the water around the window and out the bottom, unlike before where it was just channeled into behind the siding. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain exactly what I did here, but I channeled the water in from the top into this side J channel. And if you look closely, hopefully you can see it, you can see the end of that J channel up under there. So then I had to take and add this little piece and slipped it up under that J channel, so all the water has to run out on top of the siding here. I ripped this down to the part that was the most narrow between the windows. I'm planning on bending my piece. I'll bend one edge and flip it around, bend the other edge. It's going to go back 1.25 inches, so this gives me 1.5 inches, so I can cap it right over this. I got this at Lowe's, 71.5 inches long. Nothing makes a better hold down than an old lawnmower blade. Let's see here. I don't want this rolling back around on me. Yes, I know I need a brake, but I don't have one. Using what I got here. Okay, I got this 50-pound weight here. I don't know, maybe this will hold it good enough. I just kind of bend it slowly. I think I could have probably scored it a little bit on the back. All that's going to be showing of this 1.25 inch edge is only about 3/16 or something. I want just enough that I could caulk it. All right, let's see what that looks like. It ain't too bad. I wouldn't say it's the best in the world, but it ain't bad. They had some ribs in the flat piece. I don't know if it's where they bent it or rolled it or what, but there's definitely ribs in it. But I can live with that bend. Now I gotta make the other one. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but it sure ain't bad. I'm gonna put it on the house here. Now, I had originally planned on putting a board behind here and just capping the board, but I got to thinking, what good is that? I'm gonna caulk this thing in place. All right, I gotta cut that a little bit right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and foam up under here and cut it off so nothing can get up under it. So I gotta cut it to fit this angle of the siding here. Yes, I just eyeballed it. All right, I think that's gonna look pretty good. I just gotta get it to stay there. Like I said, I'm going to caulk it in place. I have everything caulked in at this point. I still need to clean the windows some, but it turned out pretty nice. Here's a better view of the way these windows turned out with the caulking and all. There's not going to be any water get behind the siding with this scenario here. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this project, or at least for this end of the house here. If you saw something that you liked in this video, or if it's helpful to you in some way, or maybe just entertaining to watch for some reason, please do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. Every subscription really helps me at this point. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.